you never go into a marriage to get divorced.
No, no,
You
not
know, you
not
go in
not
there,
normally. No, normally. Mm-mm.
yeah, you go in there being the happiest person, this, that, and the other man. And I had a friend of mine who's just went through a divorce like recently, the last few days, and I told him that I'm proud of you because a divorce is like a death, and
Yes.
especially when you were the cause, and you have to get past guilt. And once you get past the guilt to know that you cannot change what happened in the past, but do not let that hold you from changing your future. You have to have growth. And the one thing that when you start growing is the accountability and just understanding um, you did what you did, but it's not the end.
Mm.
It's not the end. Every day God open your eyes, you have another chance to correct it.
Amen. Amen.
And you really have to believe that because men hold pain in, and to get men to express themselves, man, that is a hard thing to do. When I talked about my divorce on my podcast, I broke down a little bit, and I didn't know that I touched so many people with the transparency. And I had people that I didn't know inboxing me, and I'm talking guys, even women, but more so guys inboxing me and wanting to talk to me, and they were crying on the phone like a baby.
Wow.
And I didn't know. I said, man, you don't know who is going through some of the same things or even worse. But once someone, not even saying they may look up to, but someone they may follow, or once you see someone else being transparent and you say, hey, man, there's somebody going through what I'm going through, I can talk to this person. Let me reach out.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So what made you go back there, Quincy? Because I know it must have been something that resonated you. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a prophetess or anything, but
Mhm.
it must have been a reason why you went back to the divorce thing. What took you back there?
Um, because that was a real, I mean, when you're going through a divorce and you cause a divorce, it's just not your wife. It's not your kids. But for me, it was my family. Me and my mother, we stopped communication. Me and my uncle, we haven't gotten back to that place that we were in. So um out of everything I've done, I'm talking, man, stupid stuff that I've done. My divorce is the worst thing by far because it affected so many people.
Mm.
Affected so many people. And by me being transparent, I know that can help someone out. I know it can. I just want to let people know, like, hey, man, listen, if you're not happy, then either figure it out or go your separate ways. Don't be in a situation in a marriage and you're causing more harm and more,
Mm.
just and you got kids watching. That's the thing about us adults, man. We think kids don't watch, man. Kids see everything.
Oh yes, they know. Oh,
They see
absolutely.
everything. And so that's something that's even though it's been 5 years, I'm still, still healing. I haven't healed totally. I'm still
Of
healing.
course, of course. And I'm
And
glad you are.
yeah, and the fact that I had a good wife. The fact that I had a good wife. I had a good person. And, she didn't deserve nobody, not just her, nobody deserved to be the trust broken and lied to and things of that nature. Um, you go into a marriage feeling like this is the person I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm
You
sure she
know,
expected that too. So let me ask you, quick, real
uh-huh.
quickly, because because I know it's hard for you to revisit this, but and I know that y'all had conversations. Obviously, y'all
Yeah,
had closure on this. But what would
yeah,
you say to her right now? Because I'm saying you talking about it. Like I said, you still going through the healing process, and this is
yeah,
good for you because it's a form of release, right?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
can you quickly, while you on here right now, what would you say to her right now?
Well, you know what? The things that I'm saying, we talk about the things that I'm saying to you now. We
Well, just
discuss.
tell, well, just say it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, so what I just said, we discussed. I told her, I said, man, you didn't deserve that, and I wish you well. I wish you happiness because maybe it wasn't me that brought out the good things that are in you. Because of my actions, I brought out a defense. I brought out a, angry. I brought out this. So maybe, someone that you'll meet that, and both of us, just because it didn't work out. See, people, in some situations, that I know, divorce, they turn to enemies. They hate each other. They don't want to stand. I can't
Right.
stand this
Yeah.
person. I can't.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case. Like, I really give her big ups because in all the things that she endured, she still is able to be friends with me.
And that's
And
wonderful.
that's good for the kids because that's the number one thing is the kids. You know what I mean? So we both moving on, but you don't want to have hatred nowhere and kids feeling like, okay, I don't want to talk about dad to mom and vice versa because we still, I mean, our daughters graduate or prom or this, that, and other. And like I say, we don't stay far from each other. So when I'm having some over here, she come by,
Nice.
we can we're we are parents and we make sure we keep this thing going. Like she's the engine. She makes this thing run. You know, it's Q. Hey Q, the girls. You talk to the girls. Yeah, I talk to them every day. Did they tell you no? What's wrong? They need this. Okay, let's go. What we doing? But because they live with her. You know, but they have access here to my home. They all
Awesome.
have keys. Um, and we're very involved, very involved. So we didn't let that hinder us. We didn't let the divorce hinder us as far as with the kids. No, we are very, very, very involved. So I mean, it's things that I tell her all the time. I'm like, hey man, you don't change anything. You just got to learn to trust again because you can be cool with like it doesn't have to do with divorce. You can be friends with someone and for 30 plus years or whatever it is, and all those years you're building up trust at 30 years. But when you do something to break that trust, it's hard to get that 100% back.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's hard to get that 100, even with friendship. And
Yes.
sometimes, sometimes you
Especially
have to accept the fact that
right.
this is the end of that, and you
Yes.
just have to move on.
You have to be
You
okay
know.
with that. Absolutely.